You know what really grinds my gears?
Hello everybody, Eric Hammond Twins 28 here. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you're having a pleasant day. It's September 25th, 2023, Monday. Time for another song review. This is one of my favorite bands that I grew up to. Band that's been around for a long time. Broken up, back together. Went on a reunion tour a few years ago. And I like this band. And we're going to do a top 15 on Genesis. Of course, they're more famous with their lead singer, Phil Collins, who I will be doing a separate review on his material later on. But we're just going to focus on Genesis right now. They got a plethora of hits with Phil, and even before Phil was lead singer. But we're strictly going to be concentrating on the Phil tracks. I don't think I have any in this top 15 that don't feature Phil, unlike my Chicago one that had Peter Cetera solos and group ones. So we're going to do, because there's so many solo songs of Phil's I like, we got to do a separate one on him, which we'll do probably next time. But we're going to do Genesis, and we're going to start with the first track on my list at number 15, and that is Turn It On Again.
All I need is a TV show, that and the radio. Down on my luck again, down on my luck again. I can show you some of the people in my life. I can show you some of the people in my life. It's driving me mad.
So this is a song released on their 1980 album Duke. It was released as a single. The song reached number 8 in the UK singles chart, becoming the band's second top 10 hit. The lyrics by Mike Rutherford concern a man who does nothing more than watch television. He becomes obsessed with the people he watches on it, believing them to be his friends. The song is featured on Flash FM PlayStation. Excuse me. The song is featured on the Flash FM playlist in the game Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Genesis and Phil over the years have contributed music to the Grand Theft Auto soundtrack over the years. It's a potpourri of music that they've had featured. Mostly Phil. He's got a few, which we'll get into when I cover his. For chart performance, it was middle of the road. Like I said, 8 on the UK singles chart, and only reached the 50s in the US. 12th in Ireland, middle road everywhere else. It's a decent song, nonetheless.
Follow you, follow me, the days and nights that we know will be. I will stay with you, stay with me. Just one single tear in each passing year. With the dawn.
Recorded and released in March of 78, this was the first single from their 9th studio album, And Then There We Were. The music was composed by the band, and the lyrics were written by bassist and guitarist Mike Rutherford. The single became Genesis' first top 10 hit in the UK, and first top 40 hit in the United States, reaching number 7 and 23, respectively. Like much of the rest of the album, the slower, sentimental Follow You, Follow Me was a departure from most of their previous work as a progressive rock band, featuring a simple melody, romantic lyrics, and a verse-chorus structure. Although previous albums contained love ballads such as Selling England by the Pounds, More Fool Me, and Your Own Special Way from Wind and Witherings, this song was the first worldwide pop success by the group. The band felt that our music was attracting mainly male audiences, so this song was written especially to address the imbalance. Absolutely love the song, and I love the little rew in the background. It gets really they really kick it up a notch at the end here. Right right here at the end. It just and a nice fade here. It's like the song singing itself. Beautiful song, one of their best. From their 1986 album Invisible Touch, this is Land of Confusion. Mike Rutherford wrote this one. The song was the third track on the album and was the third track released as a single, reaching number 14 in the UK in December of that year, and number 4 in the US in January of 87. It also reached the top 10 in several other countries, including Canada, Ireland, West Germany, and the Netherlands. The song's video features puppets from the 1980s UK sketch show Splitting Image. Very interesting music video, to say the least. It basically is like Muppets. Interesting video. I liked it. Lots of top 10s across the world. Did not hit number 1 anywhere from what I can tell. One of their signature 80s tunes, and a pretty good one at that.
Just as I thought it was going all right, I found out I'm wrong when I thought I was right. It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. I could say day and you'd say night.
Second track from the 1983 album Genesis.
Always the same, it's just a shame.
Also the second single after Mama on June 17th of 1993. MCA Records reissued and re-released the song as a CD and HIQ cassette single. The U.S. single reached number 6 in early 84, making it their first Billboard Hot 100 top 10 hit. It included Second Home by the Sea as the B-side. The UK single featured Taking It All Too Hard and the flip side and reached number 16. Also released was a 12-inch single that included a live version of Fifth of Fifth from 1981. As the band's first break into the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10, the song is included in Rock Song Index, the 7,500 most important songs of the rock and roll era. Absolutely great performance. Lots of top 10s everywhere, middle of the road everywhere else. The lowest I can see is Netherlands at 37. Everywhere else, 27 in West Germany. Everywhere else was in the teens or top 10s. A pretty damn good song.
She seems to have invisible touch, yeah. She reaches in and grabs right hold of your heart. She seems to have invisible touch, yeah. It takes control and slowly tears you apart. Well, I don't
The title track and first single from their 1986 album of the same name. This one was written by Phil Collins. It was their first and only number 1 single in the United States. The song additionally spent 3 consecutive weeks at the top of the Hot 100 charts during the summer of '86 until it was surpassed by Peter Cetera's Glory of Love. The song was the first of 5 consecutive U.S. top 5 singles from the album of the same name. Also reached number 4 in Canada. I remember when the song came out. My dad's radio station at that time, we were in Battle Creek, Michigan. The radio station was WMKG, which eventually became WMJC, 95.3 FM out of Battle Creek, Michigan. This was a heavy rotation song. I absolutely remember the song. Loved it when it was released then. Loved it now. One of their best songs of the 1980s.
You know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Although I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want to, but I'm in too deep.
Fourth track on the 1986 Invisible Touch album, This was released as the second single from the LP in the UK and the fifth single in the United States. Single was success in America during the summer of '87. It reached the number 3 spot on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart and the number 1 spot on the EC charts. The song was only performed live during the '86 North American legs of that tour. As October 1986 performance of the song was included on the 1992 live album, The Shorts. The song was featured in the 2000 American crime thriller American Psycho, as well as the 1986 British neo-noir film Mona Lisa. For the latter song, won Most Performed Song from a Film Award at the BMI Film and TV Awards. Absolutely love the song. One of their better ballads. They did a nice job on this one.
There must be some misunderstanding. There must be some kind of mistake. I waited in the rain for hours. You were late.
From their 1980 album, Duke. This is Misunderstanding. Reached number 14 on the US and number 42 in the UK. Reached number 1 and is ranked as the 7th biggest Canadian hit of 1980. It's also featured on the band's 1982 double album, Three Sides. I absolutely love this song. One of their absolute best.
No, not this confused again. No, not the same mistakes again. You're taking it all too hard. You're taking it all too hard.
So I'm gonna add another song to this playlist because I totally forgot this. This wasn't on any of my greatest hits lists or CDs for some stupid reason. And I remember this song while I was talking about another song previously. So this is top 16. This is Taking It All Too Hard. This is the 6th track from the '83 album Genesis. It is known for Tony Banks' work on his Yamaha SP70 electric piano. It's included as the 8th track for the album Silver Rainbows and the B-side. No music video was made for the single, and the song has never been performed live by the band. This was the last single for the band until the band's only number 1 hit, Invisible Touch, in 1986. Cashbox said it Collins' versatile vocals helped make this song another potential mega hit. I agree. Chart performance, only released in the U.S. in the summer of '84, it peaked at number 11 on the AC charts and received significant airplay, but stalled at 50 on the Hot 100. So a minor hit for the U.S. I like it. It's a great song. Very underrated. Should have given it a little more love, but I'm surprised it's not on their greatest hits albums. I could have sworn I saw it on there. Maybe I missed it and took it off by mistake. But I like it. It's a good song.
'Cause Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh, yes, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. And he's been telling me everything is alright.
From their We Can't Dance album, released in July of '92, this is Jesus, He Knows Me. This was the 4th single from that album. The song is a satire of televangelism, released in a period when several televangelists such as Jimmy Swaggart, Robert Tilton, and Jim Baker were under investigation for promising financial success to their listeners provided they send money to them. The song reached number 10 in Canada, 20 in the UK, and 23 in the United States. Before the lyrics were added, the title was Do the New Thing, possibly referenced Tony Banks' opening keyboard notes, which are heard again in the bridge. Absolutely love the song. The video is just hilarious. This album, We Can't Dance, was their first one in the 90s as far as new material. I remember when this came out, my best friend Ryan got this tape first, and I borrowed it. I love We Can't Dance. the title track, of course, I Can't Dance, which we'll get into later. And this one, it was a damn good album. It has a lot of good songs on it. This is one of them. Absolutely funny video and great lyrics to a good song. From the album Abacab, this is Man on the Corner, 1981. Released as a single on March 5th of 82. The song was written by Phil Collins, peaked at number 41 on the UK singles chart, number 40 on the US Hot 100. The lyrics describe a man who spends his days on the street corner shouting at passerbys. According to a radio show by In the Studio with Redbeard, the song was composed, Collins' first song about the homeless epidemic and society's reluctance to help the homeless or find a solution. Near the end of the 80s, Collins would revisit the theme of homelessness in a song called Another Day in Paradise, which we'll get into on the next list when I do Phil Collins material. Spoiler alert. Absolutely great song. I love it. It's vintage 80s sound, but it's a great song. Very underrated. Very, very underrated Genesis track.
Hold on, my heart. Just hold on to that feeling. We both know we've been here.
Third single from We Can't Dance album. This is Hold On My Heart. Song reached number 1 on the Canadian RPM charts and the US AC charts, as well as number 12 on the Hot 100. In the band's home country, the song peaked at number 16 on the UK singles charts. Absolutely beautiful song. The music video shows the band playing at an empty nightclub, similar to Collins' 85 video for One More Night. To create the visual effect seen in the music video, the music on the recording of the video was played fast, and the singing was mimed fast. When the music was slowed down to normal speed, the members of the band appeared to be moving in slow motion, similar to the video for Wrapped Around Your Finger by The Police. I absolutely love this song. This is another great one off the We Can't Dance album. It's a great song. Middle of the road hit in most countries. Number 1, of course, the US and Canada. Absolutely one of their best 90s songs on this list and in their collection.
I can't dance, I can't sing. I'm just standing here selling everything. Blue jeans sit on the beach. Her dog's talking to me, but she's
The title track from We Can't Dance, this is I Can't Dance. It's the 4th track from the album. Released in December of 91, the second single from the album. Lyrics were composed by Phil Collins. Music was written the band collectively. The song peaked at number 7 on both the US Hot 100 and the UK singles charts, and also received a Grammy nod for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group in 1993. In Europe, the song reached number 1 in Belgium and the Netherlands, while peaking within the top 5 in Austria, Germany, and Portugal. During one recording session, Mike Rutherford first created the main riff of the song he called Heavy A Flat, to which Collins suddenly improvised the bass concept for I Can't Dance. The riff was actually inspired by a Levi Strauss and Company television commercial that used the Clash song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Originally, the band did not think of it as anything more than a joke recording that would be discarded quickly, because the song was too simple, too bluesy, and unlike Genesis' style. Tony Banks said in an interview, quote, "It was one of those bits where you thought was going to go nowhere. It sounded fun, but wasn't really special," end quote. It wasn't until Banks decided to add keyboard sound effects to complement Rutherford's playing that I Can't Dance looked on a different feeling. The band came to appreciate the sly humor inherent in the song and chose to not only record it properly, but to put it on the album as a single. Banks said in another video or interview that the recording of the song that featured minimal production indicated a direction Genesis could have gone in to make themselves stand out better against the rising popularity of alternative rock. Opposite to what Genesis has done as general practice, which is taking an idea and turning it into a long or complex composition, it was just taking an idea and leaving it alone. Critical acclaim, the Daily Vault's Christopher Thielen found the I Can't Dance as a goofy number that features Genesis mocking themselves for being unhip. Best line of the song, quote, "Oh, she's got a buddy under that shirt, dirty old man alert." He added, "If you ever get a chance to view the video, watch it. It's hysterical." The music video is funny, too. I got to read about this. The accompanying music video, directed by frequent collaborator Jim Yukich, illustrates the artifice and false glamour of television advertisements. Collins commented that the video was designed to poke fun at the models in jeans commercials, and each verse refers to things these models in commercials do. During the first verse, he portrays a hitchhiker on a remote desert road in High Vista, California. A woman speeds past in a Porsche, then backs up to Collins and lets a lizard in instead of him as she drives off, leaving him stranded. Collins is seen on the beach in the second verse, trying to pull his jeans away from a sunbather's angry dog. For the third, he loses them in a pool game at the bar. These scenes are intercut with footage of the band and film crew members setting up the areas as if to shoot a series of commercials. The video ends with a parody of the video for Michael Jackson's song Black or White, in which Collins imitates Jackson's erratic dancing. Banks and Rutherford eventually arrive to escort him off the set, at which point goes limp and they have to drag him away. I remember when I first saw that at the end, he's doing all the MJ moves, and the scene from Black or White where Michael smashes the car windows and the shop windows, Collins pulls out his keys and he does the whole zipper pull up too that Michael did. And he's doing the little and then Rutherford and Banks grab him. That was hilarious. And I believe I heard somebody ask Michael about that years later when that came out, and Michael thought it was hilarious. That would have been an interesting collaboration, those two working together, but it never happened. Multiple number ones everywhere around the world. Lots of top tens, middle of the road in a couple places. It was a damn good song. Probably their biggest hit up to this point now. It's a great song. Absolutely love it.
Need I say that emotion? Need I say I love you? Need I say I care? Need I say that emotions something we don't share? I don't want to be sitting here trying to deceive you, 'cause you know I know, baby, that I don't want to.
Seventh track from the Invisible Touch album. This is Throwing It All Away. Second single taken from the album in the United States, reaching number 4 on the Hot 100 in October of '86, as well as number 1 on the Billboard AC charts and the album Rock Tracks chart. It was the last single released from the album in the UK in June of '87 and reaching number 22. The song was also a top 40 hit on the Irish singles chart, reaching 24. The working title was Zephyr and Zeppo. The song is a soft ballad structured around a guitar riff by Rutherford, who also wrote the lyrics. On the US single included an edited version of the instrumental Do the Neurotic as the B-side. The UK version features the track I'd Rather Be You. Absolutely love the song. This is one of my favorites. I love the guitar work. That starts at the beginning and just goes throughout the song. Very minor hit, but very underrated track. One of their best.
He sat me down to talk to me. He looked me straight in
Lead single from their album We Can't Dance. This is No Son of Mine. Song reached number 6 on the UK singles chart and number 12 on the Hot 100. The band's first not to enter the top 10 since 1984's Taking It All Too Hard. It was also a top 10 hit in several European countries and peaked atop Canada's RPM 100 hit tracks chart for 5 weeks. A song's lyrics tell the story of a boy who runs away from his abusive home and after some reconsideration attempts to return only to be rejected by his father. In interviews, Phil Collins said that the lyrics are deliberately vague as to whether the narrator or his mother is the victim of the abuse. The song has a distinct sound heard during the intro and before the second verse, referred to by the band as the Elephantus. The sound was created by Tony Banks recording Mike Rutherford's guitar with a simple sampler and then playing 3 notes on the bottom register of the keyboard, greatly lowering the pitch. The working title of No Son of Mine was Elephantus. The second was also featured in the opening line of I Can't Dance single B-side On the Shoreline. A similar sound is heard in former Genesis member Peter Gabriel's song I Grieve, which was released a few years later on the soundtrack to City of Angels. Absolutely one of their best songs in the 90s. I absolutely love it. It's kind of a darker theme, but it's just a damn good song. I love the lyrics. I love the song as a whole. This beginning here, this here. I just love that. That's a great sound. They did a great job on this song.
'Cause tonight, I'm gonna make it right. Tonight.
Fourth single from Invisible Touch. This is Tonight. Reached number 3 in the US and number 18 in the UK. The working title was Monkey Zulu. The single included an edited version at 4:32 and the first part of Domino as the B-side. A new edit of the single version was released on their 1999 compilation, Turn It On Again, The Hits. That's where I got most of these tracks from. And later on the Platinum Collection. The revised edition features a different crossfade and a different edit points as compared to the original 87 version, the edit version. Some singles included in the full version of the song included the second part of Domino as the B-side. Others releases contain the song Paper Late and a 12-inch remix of Tonight. The song was performed during concerts in support of Invisible Touch. A shorter version, which segued into Invisible Touch, was played on the We Can't Dance, Turn It On Again, and Last Domino tours. Absolutely love the song. One of their best songs of the 80s. One of their best of all time. But it is not their best song. That honor goes to this song.
It's hot, too hot for me, mama. But I can't hardly wait. For my eyes, they're burning, mama. And I can feel my body shake.
First single from their self-titled album, Genesis, in 1983. Is recognizable for the harsh drum machine introduced by Mike Rutherford, which leads into minimalist synthesizer lines and a minority tonality. And finally, Phil Collins' reverberated voice. It remains the band's most successful single in the UK, peaking at number 4 on the UK singles chart. It also made the top 10 in Switzerland, Austria, Norway, Ireland, and the Netherlands. It wasn't as popular in the US, only reaching 73. A 92 re-release of the single managed to reach the top 40 in Germany. Absolutely love the song. The song's theme involves a young man's longing for a particular sex worker. On the DVD, The Genesis Songbook, the band and producer Hugh Padgham revealed that the inspiration of Collins' menacing laugh came from rap music pioneer Grandmaster Flash's song the message. From Genesis's 3-into-1 wavelength 3LP vinyl radio show interview, quote, our manager, when he first heard it, thought it was about abortion, the kind of feeling of the fetus, if you like saying to the mother, please give me a chance. Can't you feel my heart? Don't take away my last chance. All those lyrics are in the song, but in fact, what it is just about a young teenager that's got a mother fixation with a prostitute that he just happened to have met in passing, and he has such a strong feeling for her and doesn't understand why she isn't interested in him. It's a bit like British actor David Niven in The Moon's A Balloon. I don't know if you've read that book. He's very young, just come out of cadet college or whatever, and he meets this quite, 45-year-old prostitute who he has a fantastic time with. He's special to her, but definitely can't go further than what it is. And that's really what the song is about, with sinister overtones. And that was from Phil Collins in an interview about the song. The music video for the song plays out the lyrics, showing Collins singing to a mysterious woman while Banks and Rutherford play in the background. The video is shot in Cephotone till halfway through when color fades in. Absolutely love the song. There's two versions of this. There's the complete version of the long version, which is like over 5-6 minutes long. Hang on. Actually, I was wrong. It's a 7-minute track because I just checked on my list here. It's a 7-minute song, but on the radio, of course, they turned it down to 5 minutes to play on the radio. This is one you crank up and jam to. While the song is about a guy's quest for infatuation with a prostitute, this song hits home to me because some of the things that's happened in my life in the last several years, it kind of feels like I've lived through that too. In other ways, not so much it has nothing to do with the prostitution part of the song, but just other aspects that just seem kind of coincidental that happened in my life, kind of line up with the song. So this is kind of a signature song for me, and that's why I did that fan-made video for it a few years ago. This has a special place in my heart. It's very dark, very disturbing, but it gets the message across. It's a very personal song, and it is their best song in my opinion. I love this song. This does appear on some movie soundtracks and does appear on the GTA 4 soundtrack. It was on Liberty Rock Radio. Absolutely one of their greatest songs of all time. This is their best one. I've seen the live performance of it, and it's just damn good. And that's a wrap for this list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment. If you like, subscribe to the channel. If you like to help out with future projects, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/MNTwins28. You don't have to help, but any help is always greatly appreciated. Till next time, peace out.